It is with honor tonight that we induct Gail Adams Pollock. And wait until you hear how this beautiful story ends. A true Southern belle from Georgia, Gail Pollock's first involvement in the music industry came when she started working as a secretary for Fred Foster at Monument Recording Studios in 1974. The studio later became Studio One, then the Young and Sound in 1978. Through all of the changeover, Gail was a consistent force for the studio, handling office management and the day-to-day studio operations. During this time, she also started working with guitar legend and sound engineer Scotty Moore, first in the studio, then directly for him and his tape reproduction business, Independent Producers Corporation. Gail eventually took over ownership of IPC, renaming it to We Make Tapes, and ran it successfully for many years before selling and retiring at the age of 60. Gail became Scotty Moore's constant companion, not only in local recording sessions, but also on his many European tours. In 1992, Scotty had been unwell, so Gail accompanied him to the UK, looking after his every need, from manager to MC to travel agent. When Scotty revitalized his Belle Meade Records label in 1992, Gail managed many aspects of the business, organizing events and playing hostess for recording sessions that were more like jam sessions between old friends who just happened to also be music greats. Gail was not only a savvy businesswoman, but she was also the consummate hostess, a master storyteller, and I hear an incredible cook all rolled into one. And now here's the rest of the story. Late on the afternoon of November 11th, Joe Chambers notified the Source Committee that he had received a call letting him know that longtime music industry veteran Gail Pollock was terminally ill and not expected to live. Gail was so proud to have worked in the Nashville music industry, and it had been her dream and great desire to be inducted into the Source Hall of Fame. Gail wanted to have her photo permanently hung in the Source Hall of Fame gallery next to so many of her friends and to be remembered. Gail had talked about it many times with her family of what an honor that would be if she could just be included. Gail had been on the list of qualified inductees for some time and was waiting her turn. But as you can see by tonight's event, there are only a small, elite handful of women inducted each year. It appeared that Gail would not be around for her dream to come true. However, the Source Committee took unprecedented action by Wednesday, November 18th. Just a short 7 days later, Suzanne Lee had ordered and received Gail's engraved Source of Hall of Fame award. Linda Chambers had reserved a space in the Musicians Hall of Fame. Kay Smith had pulled a bio together. Legendary guitar player Scotty Moore and friend Roger Hamlet had made arrangements to meet with Source Awards at the Musicians Hall of Fame, along in front of the Source Hall of Fame gallery with her son Wayne Pollock, where Cherie had organized an impromptu Source Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Gail's bio was read out loud. Her son Wayne was presented with his mother's Source Hall of Fame award. Official photos were taken by Source photographer Denise Fissel, and also on a Wednesday afternoon, November the 18th, Gail Adams Pollock was inducted to the 2016 Source Hall of Fame. Wayne rushed to his mother's side and let her know that her dream had come true. It was real. She had just been inducted into the Source Hall of Fame. Her photo was going on the wall where she so loved to walk and stop and look at the photos of friends and mentors, some who had already gone on. It was only a brief 2 hours later that Wayne called the Source Committee back to let them know that his mother had slipped into eternity as a Source Hall of Fame inductee with a peaceful smile. Gail's dear friend Scotty Moore was scheduled to be with us at tonight's awards event to speak about his friend Gail, but I guess he missed her so much that he decided to just go see her, because on June 28th this year, the legendary guitar player for Elvis Presley and many other iconic artists passed away as well. Here's a message from another dear friend who was to witness Gail's induction, Roger Hamlet.
Hello, my name is Roger Hamlet, and I have the privilege and honor to talk about Miss Gail Pollock tonight. Now, Miss Pollock was a friend of mine and been part of my life for 37 years. And Miss Pollock was a very intelligent person and very highly motivated, but her best asset was her heart. And the people that knew her know what I'm talking about, how much she deeply loved and cared about people. She always made you feel like your needs were more important than their own. And I'll always remember that about her. And Miss Pollock worked in studios around town. She worked and ran and eventually owned her own tape duplicating company in Nashville. Virtually knew everybody in the music industry in this town at one time or another. She helped Scotty Moore get his career back on track. She knew the Beatles, well, some of the Beatles, and Rolling Stones, but people like Chet Atkins, Les Paul, on a first-name basis. In my opinion, Miss Pollock is the definition of the Source Award. And I know she was very humbled and honored to receive it. I want to share a story tonight. About a year and a half ago, Miss Pollock and I came down to the Musicians Hall of Fame to see the Scotty Moore exhibit. And we eventually ended up over there around the Women Behind the Music exhibit. And Miss Pollock knew everybody on the wall. And not only did she know everybody, she could tell you stories about them. And when we got to the end, I said, you deserve to be on this wall. And she smiled, kind of looked down, looked back up at me, and she said, thank you, but I would never ask for something like that. Well, let me thank the Musicians Hall of Fame, as well as everybody behind the scenes that made this happen, to a very deserving and special woman. As well, I would like to congratulate all the Source Award winners tonight. A very deserving and a tremendous award. Congratulations to you all.
I was very honored to know Gail at Monument Records and also through the years that we make tapes. Would you please welcome to the stage for the daughter of the 2016 Source Hall of Fame inductee Gail Pollock, Stacy Stone, and her son Wayne Pollock.
I'm almost between the microphone for Brenda and everybody else, huh? I want to say thanks to Roger and Erica Hamlet. Thank you so much for the people from the team of Source Awards for honoring my mother, Gail Pollock. She loved the music business and loved being part of it. She was everything for Scotty Moore for many years. She absolutely loved every minute of everything that she did, even though she bitched about it all on a regular basis. She never forgot anyone or anything. She had so many stories, and she remembered so much stuff, and she remembered everybody. There's so many friends here, the people here tonight, too many people to name, but y'all know who you are. She had her memories. Then she wouldn't ever forget. She was aware of this honor before she passed away, as he just said in the video, and it's a really wonderful thing. I'm very grateful for her. She was one of a kind. There won't never be anybody else like my mama. She will never be forgotten for her contributions to all the musicians she worked with and have them recognized and compensated. She worked really hard to get people the recognition for them to have Hall of Fame recognition for backup singers and musicians. She worked for that for a really long time. And that was something that she did and she was very proud of. A friend of my mom said, my mom's last words to her was, "Hey, wasn't this a good party?" And that summed up the way she lived, and that's the way she thought. And I thank you for being here. I'm amazed at the wonderful, wonderful people that share this award with her, to see the wonderful company that she kept. And I thank all of y'all. I thank family and friends that are here, and the Source Awards people so much for honoring my mama.